Employment law. When the organization starts operating, it requires human resources to support and carry out the tasks. To hire the human resources, you should know the laws related to employment. Pakistan's employment laws are divided into three broad categories. The first one is employment laws for white-collar employees. That is, employees doing creative intellectual work. The second one is labor laws for blue-collar employees. Employees doing manual labor or clerical work, usually defined as workmen under the law. The last and third one is service laws for government employees. Some of the important characteristics of employment laws are: minimum monthly wage or salary payable to employees under the law is Rs 17,500. Minimum monthly wage or salary usually increases annually with each budget by Rs 1,000. The minimum age is defined as no person under the age of 14 years can be employed legally. There are some of the categories involved when it comes to the white-collar employment. Those categories are: probationary, first 3 months of employment in which an employee's employment may be terminated or the employee may resign without notice and without giving any salary in lieu of notice. Temporary, an employee whose employment contract is for less than 9 months or who has not completed 9 months continuous employment in the same establishment. Permanent, an employee whose employment contract is for more than 9 months or who has completed 9 months continuous service in the same establishment and has satisfactorily completed a probationary period of 3 months. Under the appointment or hiring employees, white-collar employees in Pakistan are employed on contract basis. Their employment conditions, rights, and benefits are all regulated under their employment contract. There is no provision law providing any special procedure to be adopted for appointment of white-collar employees. Employment law also defines daily and weekly working hours. No employee shall be compelled to work more than 9 hours in a day and more than 48 hours in a week. Employees shall be allowed an interval for rest or meals of not less than 1 hour. No woman or young person shall be employed in any establishment between the hours of 7 p.m. and 9 a.m. Overtime wages are also defined under the employment law. The overtime is payable to blue-collar employees only. The overtime work shall be calculated at double the ordinary rate of wages payable to him. Spread over, exclusive of rest hour, has also been defined under the employment law. It shall not spread over more than 10 hours in winter and 11 hours in summer in case of an adult, and 9 hours in winter and 8 hours in summer in case of a young person. It is also important to know the time and conditions of payment of wages. The wages shall be paid on a working day before the expiry of the 7th day of the last day of the wage period. All wages shall be paid in legal tender. Monthly wages that are Rs 17,500 or above must be paid through cross-check or online bank transfer. In case of termination, all outstanding payments should be cleared within 2 working days. Benefits and other entitlements as part of the employment law consist of: it is up to the employer to give or grant certain benefits and entitlements to employees. There are few benefits which are provided by law for employers with 5 or more employees. Old age benefits, that is pension, social security benefits, and gratuity for blue-collar employees only. Old age benefits pension contribution can be defined as every employer who has ever employed 5 or more persons must register itself with the Employees' Old Age Benefits Institution (EOBI). Deposit a sum equivalent to 5% of the prescribed minimum wage, which is Rs 17,500, with the EOBI for duration of the employee's employment with the employer. Same is the case with employees whose contribution shall be limited to 1% of the prescribed minimum wage. Social security benefits can be defined as every employer employing 5 or more persons earning between Rs 17,500 and Rs 18,000 per month must register itself with the Employees' Social Security Institution, and thereafter deposit a sum equivalent to 6% of such employees' wages with the ESSI for the duration of such employees' employment with the employer. When it comes to gratuity, it is required to be paid by employer to blue-collar employees only. Payable at the time of employee's resignation or termination for reasons other than misconduct, equivalent to 1 month's pay for every completed year of employment. When it comes to termination of employment, the employment of any permanent employee may be terminated by the employer or employee by giving the employee either at least 1 month notice in writing or at least 1 month's salary in lieu of notice. The 1 month's salary calculated on the basis of average of salary earned during the preceding 3 months shall be paid. Termination of employment for misconduct can be explained as an employer may terminate the employment of a permanent employee for misconduct immediately and without giving the employee any notice by paying the employee 1 month's salary in lieu of notice, provided that the reasons for termination, that is, the misconduct, should be mentioned in the termination notice. Post-employment obligations is also part of employment law. It consists of post-employment obligations that arise from contract, not law consisting of non-disclosure, perpetual, non-competition, maximum 2 years, non-solicitation, maximum 2 years of clients, customers, and of employees.